Hello there, my YouTube family. Thank you so much. Once again, I'm with you on this morning and I'm answering another question. I really appreciate your questions. They are powerful questions, and many of you are so inquisitive because of the things that you're going through and the experiences that you're having. Many of you said, I'm just now finding out what is going on. And many of you said that I've been involved in this relationship for years, but I had no idea what I was dealing with. And you are coming back and coming back and coming back because you had hopes that it would get better. And so they was asking, the question of the night is, why do I keep coming back when I know that this is wrong? I know this relationship is killing me. I've been sick and getting sicker, but I can't stay away. I don't want to stay away. And I'm losing my family. I'm losing my friends because they saying I'm a fool. What do I do? Well, as you see in the other videos, if you went to my other videos, and those of you that are having questions, make sure you go to the videos and you go and see, does the video answer some of the questions that you have, because I have several videos and I'm sure they will be a blessing to you and very plentiful in answering many of your questions with the time taken to teach and to instruct experientially and through study and being with many of the individuals that I advise. And so when you ask a question about, I know this relationship is toxic, I know it's damaging, but the individual said this relationship is killing me because she has physical ailments that have started to manifest, that her doctor is telling her that her stress level is too high and she has to come from under the stress. Even when you're getting high blood medication, when you're taking volumes, when you're taking medicine to make you go to sleep and medicine to wake you up, and you are seeing a therapist, you're seeing a psychiatrist, you're seeing a psychologist, you're talking to friends, you're talking to parents, you're losing family, you're losing friends, but you find yourself in this trauma bond situation which has locked you in mentally. And so when loving you is killing me, why do I come back? And so you got to find out what is wrong when you know that a love relationship has a death aspect to it. It smell of death. It reeks with death, and death swarm all around the relationship. Death has put its face in your face to let you know that it is there. It is no longer hidden. It is not something that you're dealing with inconspicuously. It is an obvious trauma terrorized situation. So a lot of times when you are dealing with the narcissistic, it is a terroristic relationship. And this terroristic relationship wants to bring you into an order that you must believe what I believe. You must be as I want you to be. And even if you become everything the narcissist wants you to be, the narcissist will not stay. They will not be satisfied. If you ate chocolate ice cream for 3 months every day, after a while, the last thing you will want to see is chocolate ice cream or anything chocolate. So getting the narcissist and giving the narcissist everything they want just to hold them would not keep them. The narcissist itself had different patterns. If you notice, you talk, if you go to a support group and they are involved with a narcissistic relationship, you would notice many similarities, even though the narcissists have different characteristics, they have different things that they do because they have different personalities. All narcissists doesn't have the same personality, the same spirit works with them, but they don't have the same personalities. Come on, some narcissists may like vanilla ice cream, some like chocolate, then some like a mix. Some are vegetarians. The other one is just carnivores. They love meat. So you have different narcissists and you can't group them all together. However, their personality pattern in presenting themselves to you is the same. They're going to gaslight. They're going to lie. They're they're going to discard. They're going to come back to hoover you. The better the fuel, the more guaranteed the hoovers. And they don't love, they don't care. And I think the most tragic things in the life of many of you is to say, but I've been married to him for 15 years, 20 years. One lady I think I was with 53 years. They have been together 53 years and they are in their late 70, almost 80, and he has not changed. You cannot change a narcissist. I don't believe you can change a narcissist. However, and this is where some of the professionals and I part, because it is a personality disorder. I don't believe the narcissist can change, but I believe the individual who have to be narcissistic can get in the right place. Of course, I am a Christian, so I may be believing way out there for some of you. Well, then I'm way out there, because we have had situations where the narcissist got into a presence and they changed. Now, some of the professionals said, no, it's impossible. They could not have changed because narcissist doesn't change. Absolutely right. But when they're no longer a narcissist, they do change. You said when they are not a narcissist, when they're able to recognize that something is wrong. And see, when we go into the spiritual aspect, a lot of times I don't communicate with the professionals because I understand their side and they fail to understand my side, because narcissistic personalities are there. But what I advise individual, if you're trying to change your narcissist, you will leave before they change. There are different situations where the Bible shows that this is indicative of change. They can, with God, nothing is impossible. However, when did you see a narcissist really going to walk after God? You're not. Why? Because they are God. They think they have to be in control. They have to be foremost in everything, and they have to be first. A narcissist will refuse to be second even to God. Even if he say it out of his mouth, he will not. So my belief system may not be yours. And let me tell you, the reason you keep staying in that relationship, we have some called Stockholm syndrome. Stockholm syndrome is when an individual protects the predator that is hurting them, that abused them, that almost killed them, but now they have registered in their mind that they have to protect the predators, because the predator has caused confusion in their mind, because they traumatize them, then they love bomb them, then they traumatize them, then they love bomb them. So the brain is confused as to which is which. So when the narcissist say, I love you, then all of that could mesh together, fit together, and you get love bombed and you get tormented. So now the category of love is defined as torment with pleasure. And so you allow yourself to be tortured. And what the narcissist would do when they discard you, they know what they're doing. They don't discard you at a place where there is no plane. They get you where when they leave, you have the greatest trauma, you have the greatest pain, because when you are in pain and the narcissist discard you, you start as a hunt. You start hunting the time that the narcissist will call, he will email you, he will text you. It will come by the house, and then you make sure you drive by where they used to be, where they usually hang out. You go by, you put in a comment. Now you start hoovering the narcissist. You make sure you're in the place that where they can remember you, they can see you, because you have been traumatized. You have been trauma bonded, and their love is killing you. You got all of these oxytocin and dopamine, which hooks you, that feel good hormone, and that adrenaline is just keeping you where you don't know whether to run or to stay. You don't know whether to sit or to get up. You don't know whether to leave or to come back. You don't know anything. Everything is confusion. So all of your mind is totally discombobulated. Your mind is filled with fog until you can't even see your hand in front of you, or a thought that's in your brain. You can't even see it, because all you see is the narcissist. Your body craves their words. Your body craves their time. And then when you are intimate with the narcissist, and they have to have a level of skill that aids the narcissist. That's why most narcissists does the intimate part, because they need a soul tie. And we're going to talk about the soul, because when you are bonded by the narcissist, traumatized by the narcissist, you don't realize that your brain is changing, redirected, reconstructed, and trees in your brain are dying, lifelines are being cut off, being burnt out. And that's why you are fogged, and you're getting headache, and you're getting blurred vision. You're eating right, you're exercising. It's the narcissist, honey. They will physically make you sick, and they will affect your brain. When you go to the doctor, they do an MRI. They're trying to figure out what's wrong with you, because it's not the disease that they're finding, but your body is going through as if there is a major disease, and they're doing all kind of tests. And the only thing they can bring an underlying to is that you are stressed out, and they're asking you, are you suicidal? Do you feel safe at home? Are your kids all right? Because they done did every test, and the test showed that you don't have a disease, but you have a stress level that is off the chain. I mean, the kind of stress that sends the hair. Your hair is just smoking from just the stress level that you are going through. And people are telling you that person is not good, you need to leave. But what they don't understand is when you are in a narcissistic relationship, it's not a regular relationship. This relationship is toxic. Every relationship with a narcissist is malignant, even though we have malignant narcissists that are very, very dangerous. Some narcissists are very bad to your physical health and your physical lifetime, because they will shorten your life. When you get a lower narcissist and they're threatening you, they're enraged and they are angry, and you are suffering physical abuse, mental torment. This narcissist believe what they say. You may need to go to a domestic violence shelter. Look in your city, a YMCA, a domestic violence shelter. Tell your doctor. Tell somebody. Don't keep it hidden away. And many of you are hidden away because you've been blindsided by the narcissist. You are now trying to protect them in your pain. You don't have broken ribs, broken jaws, black eyes, missing teeth. You done had concussions, broken arms. You don't have them spit in your face, kick you down the stairs, drag you out of the car. Many of you are recognizing that this is a malignant relationship. When loving you is killing me, why do I stay? You stay because you're addicted. You need a therapist that operate in intensive traumas. A cluster B personality. You have to find you a therapist that understand, because finding a therapist that don't understand how a narcissist work, they will end up thinking that you are having some psychological escapade, or something is wrong, or you are having schizophrenic or disassociation and different things of that nature, because nobody wants to believe that anybody can treat somebody with that kind of humiliation. And this person stay when they understand these personalities disorder. And the thing is, the narcissist is broken. He's broken. She's broken in her mind. She's broken in her emotions. She's broken in her will. She's broken in her thoughts. Her feel zone is broken. It is broken. It's like being in the Antarctica. It's frozen, honey. And the sun is not going to get hot enough to melt that ice. And they have been traumatized, or they're the golden child and everything was right and someone took over their life. The golden child doesn't have a real good life when they want to come to their independence, because their parents would not allow them to be independent. So their trauma is to have their life ran by their parents, and their parents living through them. The narcissists live their life through you. And the ultimate goal of the narcissist is transference, to transfer all of their evil, malignant ways over to you. And then once you start acting and producing like them, they're out of there. They're triangulate, discard. And that's why your narcissists disappear for a week, 2 weeks, and few days, and come back and leave and come back and leave and come back. And then you say you're gonna leave and you come back before they come back, so you'll be there when they're there, because you have been terrorized psychologically, emotionally, and many of you physically. This trauma bond is what keep you there. And like I said in the other videos, you can fall out of love, but how do you fall out of trauma bonding? You don't. A terrorist keep on. He is a terrorist. When he no longer can get out of you, they kill you. And the narcissist, if you look in their eye with the narcissistic stare, with that dead look in their eyes, that vacant look in their eyes, but the look of pure hatred. They hate your success. They hate that you can love. They hate that you can feel. They hate that you are empathetic and they can't even feel emotion. They mirror your emotion. And when they mirror your emotion, it's like an android. When you put information in the android answer according to what they expect, what you expect the answer to be, but they don't feel. An android feels nothing. You can stick it with a pen, burn it with fire. It does not feel. It just burn out, because you'll burn up their circuit system. So when the narcissist get injured, he's not injured because he's feeling love. He's injured because he can't have his way. And when a narcissist can't have their way, they feel like something has been done wrong, because the narcissists feel like everyone and everything should bow to them. So you ask the question, when their love is killing me, why do I come back? You're trauma bonded. You are trained. Excuse me. They spend a lot of time. See, what we don't realize, that love bombing, everything stems from that. Everything they ever do stems from the love bombing. That's why they take a lot of time with it, because that is going to be the callus for everything else. It's the love bombing, that first hit of drugs. That's what you look for. You want that first high. You never get it again. Why? Because it's no longer first. It's another high. You never get the first high. It's like once you lose your hymen, you never get your hymen back. Many of you are trying to make something that will never be. You cannot change them, honey. I believe God can change anybody, but you can't. And you are not God. And the narcissist, the reason it is so difficult, because a narcissist blame. It's always your fault. It's never their fault. So how can they change if they won't acknowledge your problem? It's just like going to Alcohol Anonymous. You have to admit you have a problem. I am an alcoholic. Why? Now can you help me? Yes. But if you say, I don't have a problem, why are you here? It's like going to the doctor and the doctor say you have this. You tell the doctor, no, I'm totally healthy. He's going to put you out. You don't need a doctor. You need a psychiatrist. That's the way it is with a narcissist. You are addicted to the love bombing. All of your hormones was released during that period. Yeah. And all of the other time, gaslighting, trauma bonding, lying, triangulating, blame game, deception, illusion, fantasies, all of that is a result of the love bombing. When they love bomb you right, you're going to have to get away from an addiction. Because if the relationship continues, the narcissists know you're already addicted. You're already addicted. You cannot continue a relationship with a narcissist unless you get addicted. And the narcissist will not move until you are addicted. And when you are addicted, they can do and say whatever they want to say. Because now you don't went into parental mode. When you're with a narcissist and their love is killing you, you now become the parent of their bad behavior. You become the parent of their addictions. Their addiction is to your fuel. They're addicted to your fuel. Your fuel is their supply. They can't live without it. They won't live without it. And when a narcissist say, I love you, be warned and be careful. You have to get to the place where you want to escape, where you want to leave, where you don't want to stay. And even if you want to stay, your sense of rationality got to be, I have to live. I have to get out of here. Your brain is changing. I'm going to show you through one of the programs how much your brain has changed. And when you leave the narcissist, you're going to have to retrain your brain. You have to retrain your timing. You have to retrain your life. You got to retrain everything about you. You got to drop the level of that cortisol that is going crazy throughout your body, that have all these negative things going in your body. You got to change your emotions. The more depressed you are, the more you are crying, the more you are craving. That cortisol is just releasing, pumping inside of your body until parents will neglect children. You will neglect yourself. All you want is that narcissist. Think about it. In the right mindset, would you want him like that? Would you go after him like that? Would you leave your parents, not listen to them and his wisdom? Would you not care about your own children until your parents had to take your child? Because all you wanted was the narcissist. Once the narcissist realize that they have you like that, they will triangulate. They'll be back for hoovering when they don't have any other fuel, or they need to keep you in that harem. They need to keep you on that rope. They will come back, feed you just enough to sustain you, and go back out. Because a narcissist believes you are theirs till you die. Don't start dying. Because once you start dying, a lot of narcissists will assist you. They will help you die. They will help you die quicker. Because you'll be out of the way. Because they got other supply and they don't want you messing with that supply. They don't want you interrupting that supply, and they want you out of the way. Discard means I'm reconnected. Because a narcissist will not discard you unless you wound them. You're constantly wounding them. You're keeping the fuel away. You don't learn how to grade rock. And so you just a neutral zone, and they can't pull fuel away from you. They're gone. You didn't teach them a lesson, honey. They're gone. And a lot of times people say, well, I'm teaching my narc a lesson. The only lesson you can give a narc is how much more he can get fuel from you. Because once the fuel stops, they're gone. You said, but I've been with him for 20, 30 years. And for 20, 30 years, they didn't feel. 20, 30 years, they didn't love. 20, 30 years, they never cared. Look at the cycle. Look at the pattern. You were hurt for 20, 30 years. You were disappointed for 20, 30 years. You couldn't believe them for 20, 30 years. You didn't know what day anything was going to be on, because today they can love you. Tomorrow it's all hell that done broke loose, and you don't know what you did. And as a matter of fact, you did the same thing you did before that they approved, but now they disapprove. They love the meal today. They kick it off the table on tomorrow. They take you shopping today. They cut up the dress on tomorrow. Why? Because that's how they are. They're very irrational. They're very unstable. Nothing is there because they're empty. They have this gaping hole, and they want to fill. They want to be be perfect. They want someone to love them, and they want to love, but they can't love. So they want someone to love them because they feel empty, and they want validation. They want approval. That's why in the love bombing, the more you tell the narcissist how great he is, how wonderful he is, the more fuel he get. He's just like a baby that's on the breast of their parent, and their mouth is full of milk. They just allow the milk to drip from the side of their mouth, and they beat the breast because they are happy. That's the way the narcissist is with fuel. And because you are so distraught that you feel like you're going to die, you are fueling the narcissist. The more you pain, the more they are fueled. The more unhappy you are, the more they fuel. The more you feel like you can't make it, you can't take it, the more they fuel. And that's why once they realize you're on the edge, they push you. And they push that button, and they keep poking, and they keep poking, and they keep poking. And you are saying you're hurting me, and they poke and poke and poke and poke. And they poke until there's nothing else to poke. Your last breath, they're still breathing. They're still moving. They go get new supply. And you think they're going to dread that you left. No. The narcissist will go to sleep, and they don't need much. And he will sleep, or she will sleep very well. We think we're dealing with regular human character. You are never dealing with regular human character when you're dealing with a narcissist. They are not normal people with normal emotions. The happier you are, the more enraged they get. When you seem like you're succeeding, the angrier they get. When success kisses you on the lips, they hate you with a cruel hatred. What do I do when his love is killing me and I need to do something? Well, you are in a severe state. When you're in a severe state, it takes severe things. At this point, I would recommend a counselor. I would recommend a counselor. A lot of times the narcissist would even encourage you to go because they'll say, you crazy, you need a counselor. Then you be crazy and go to a counselor that understand what you're going through. And go with a professional counselor that understand the severity of your situation. And be faithful with that counselor. They will take you through a process to rebuild. The first thing they're going to do is help you get rid of all of that fog so you can think, so you can strategize, so you can make the right decision. You can't just pick up and leave when you're married to the narcissist and you have their children. The courts will uphold them if they saying that you kidnapped the children. You can't just leave. So think wisely, be rational in your thinking. Don't just hastily jump up because you feel something. Don't go by your feeling, go by your wisdom. Read, get books. I am an advocate of reading when you strengthen your mind. Get books, strengthen your mind. Read, read, read. Cause that brain muscle to work. And when you cause that brain muscle to work and you challenge it, it will think for you. And you need your brain to think while your emotion got all these feelings. You can think. Think, 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 read, read, read. Go and get different articles on narcissism. Go to psychiatrists who specialize in it. Go to my daughter's YouTube channel, Dr. Carmen Bryant, and listen to her YouTube channel. I mean, she is a professional, and she's going to bring it from a professional aspect. You need to hear there. We got Quinn Holiday, which is Associate Direct. We have Kim Saeed. You can go to these different people. Narc Survivor. We have all of these people that have experience, that have very good information. Little Sharman. Go to these different educational YouTube channels They will assist you. The more you educate yourself, the stronger you're going to get. You need a lifeline, and I'm throwing you a lifeline. I'm telling you that you can breathe. You don't have to go under the water. Take the raft that I've just thrown to you, ride that raft until you can get ground to come up out of that raging water. You will not die. You shall live. You will not die. You shall live. Your life is more than putting everything on someone to be responsible for your happiness. You can be responsible for your happiness. You can live again. There is hope. You can live again. You will not die. You will not die. I promise you, if you go to these YouTube channels and you go to these videos, they are going to help you. Can you live again? Can you revive again? Can you laugh again? You can. I did, you can. Many did, you can. You can laugh over and over, and life will be better. Life will be sweeter because you will know how to enjoy it better than you ever have. You will have a different level of appreciation in life. Yes. When loving you is killing me, it's time to do something about it. Let's not continue. Love does not destroy. It builds. Let's build you again. Life is good. Life is great. And so are you. I'm Helen Sattler. I'm your destiny helper. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Push the bell, and anytime I do a new video, you will be alerted. Please like and share the page. Help someone else like this video, I pray, has helped you. And remember, God is always there just for you. I'm Helen Sattler, your destiny helper. God bless you.